Amari Cooper on working with Deshaun Watson this training camp.
I like where our communication is. Obviously, I dropped a couple balls today. I like being, I like making my quarterback's job easy as possible. And I look forward to growing on today and all the previous practice days. But by the time the season comes, that's why I go so hard. That's why I practice. That's why I grind. I just want to make his job easy. So as of right now, I like where we are communication-wise, but we could be better.
What's the biggest difference that you're seeing in Deshaun's game, from last year? I know obviously you missed, most of the season and everything, but how much more comfortable do you see him in the offense?
I asked him personally. He's a lot more comfortable. Obviously, him not playing for almost 2 years. When he first came back, he was just trying to get back to where he was. And I think just from talking to him, he feels like he's back there now.
And Jeff, Cooper's another guy he's come back from a core muscle injury, so we probably won't see him. I don't know if we'll see him against Kansas City. I don't know that I'd put him out there.
I think Cooper is probably the guy, that's maybe, even if it wasn't for the injuries, maybe a guy who is maybe, elevated to, that level of, hey, if it's not for him and they don't think it's in the best interest, why bother? Not to mention you're still trying to work in and find quality reps for Donovan Peoples-Jones, Elijah Moore. I'm sure you'd like to get Cedric Tillman some work with Deshaun Watson. So it's one of those things where, A, we can save him, which is what we'd like to do, but B, there's only so many reps that we're going to have Deshaun on the field for anyway, and we do have plans and some guys that, they may not play a ton week one as, with the starting offense, but by week 3, week 4, as confidence grows, inside Cedric Tillman, who is a really, really solid blocker, which is a thing the Browns have always coveted with their wide receivers under the Stefanski regime, is something to certainly look forward to. So, I can see that. And, we talked about this, and I know we've talked about this before in the past, Dave. A lot of it is when Deshaun first got here was the uncertainty of everything. So anything he was involved with last year up until we got the first decision, then the second decision, and then, obviously being away from the team for 11 weeks like he was, actually 12 weeks if you factor in the bye, and then getting back in. And, it was Jacoby had become this guy that everybody kind of gravitated to. And, we saw it Friday night, obviously just a guy that everybody genuinely liked. So it was a weird situation for Deshaun to come into, when it was back and when he was going to be the starter for this team. Now, it's not, it was always Deshaun's team. That's not a question mark, but it is truly, Deshaun's team now. And, everybody understands, look, Jacoby Brissett, even though he played well for this team last year, they didn't win games. Deshaun Watson plays a little bit above well. This team should win a lot of games.